What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Decentraland today. Mana. We're going to talk about the Mana token. I am going to do some technical analysis, but this one is at the request of BBL, our Brazilian butt-lifted friend. We're talking about this one for you, my friend, BBL. You asked me to do a more detailed video on Mana, and I don't know if that meant technical analysis-wise or fundamental-wise, but we're going to get a bit of both. I just figured I'd let this little bit play on their website because it's a nice, very big and colorful, right? If we go to learn about Mana, you guys can learn all you want on their blog, their news, their community, whatever. You can go through all this kind of stuff. They got their quarterly update, which I think you can click here. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? A public notice. Yeah, if you go here, you can see all their little updates and progress that they're doing, right? There's all these different things. You can determine if they mean a lot or not to you, but they're doing updates all the time. Mana is anything but a dead project. You can see all these updates that have been done in the past. Constantly working at it, consistently working at it. It's definitely being improved upon day by day, week by week. As far as big news that's coming up, I don't know of anything personally. I wonder. Let's just type in Mana Decentraland and click on the news. Let's see if anything's come up. Price prediction, will it reach $1 this year? I would hope so. I would hope that it reaches $1 this year. I think it will destroy $1 this year in 2024. Let's see. I thought it said we will. All right, yeah. Anyways, Decentraland, you guys, in case you didn't know, is it is, to my knowledge, it is the first metaverse blockchain crypto that we've ever had in human existence, right? It's the first. I have this theory in crypto. Okay, we're gonna go here, mind the pajamas. We're gonna look at CoinGecko. I have this theory that the firsts of their kind tend to do well. The first crypto, Bitcoin, the first smart contract coin, Ethereum, the first stable coin, Tether, the first exchange token, BNB. Solana is not a first, but it's unique and it's doing its things for sure. XRP is a first of its kind. Dogecoin is a first of its kind. Chainlink is kind of unique, but I don't know if it's the first of its kind. Bitcoin Cash, the first hard fork. There are other forks of Bitcoin, but this is the first hard fork. I don't know. I'm getting a little bit off there, but all I'm trying to say is in this space and in life in general, the firsts tend to prevail. If they're not the most valuable, they still are valuable, right? JavaScript, for example, I always use this as an example, is a widely used programming language, but it's far from the most efficient programming language. But why is it utilized? Why is it that most people, most programmers know Java or JavaScript? Why? It's because everybody uses it. It's because it's the OG. It's the first one, right? And that's just how it is. It's been more integrated into the systems that include it, you know. Same thing with Mana, being that or same thing in my opinion with all of these first coins. That's why they remain relevant. That's why their like seats on the throne are more or less secure. That doesn't mean they can't be dethroned. They absolutely can, but it takes a lot because they were the first of their kind, right? They're the first of their kind. They have that significance. I think that means something. Decentraland, I'm not going to go over the white paper. I'm not going to read every little aspect, but what's really cool about Decentraland is it's one of a handful of currencies that are at least relevant that is deflationary. It is deflationary. If we go to Mana, where would Mana be? It's probably not even in the top 100, actually. Let's see. Mana. Number 114. Circulating supply is this, right? Fully diluted, it would be just a little bit more. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if this accounts for burned tokens because Mana does burn tokens. It's deflationary. Every transaction you do, whenever you buy land in Decentraland with the Mana tokens, because that's how you buy land, is using the Mana tokens. Every time you do that, the Mana tokens are destroyed. They're burned. They're gone forever to never be seen again. It's deflationary. It's not inflationary. There's a cap. There's a max supply, right? It will never get greater than that. They won't add new tokens. Mana, the coin itself, will only get more rare. So I think that is unique in itself. And in a sense, being that this is an OG, first off, it's been around since 2017, I think. Let's see. If not, very early 2018, but let's see. Yeah, 2017, the end of 2017. So that, in my opinion, gives it OG status. It's also the OG metaverse token, right? And it's deflationary. All this in my head, all I'm translating that to be is over time, price goes up. Over time, it'll go up. It's deflationary. Over time, it'll go up. It's the OG metaverse token. Over time, it'll go up. It's been around for several cycles, and all it's seen is higher lows and higher highs. This chart, actually, you guys, Mana USD, you look at it for its like all-time history. I think Kraken has the all-time history. I don't know if there's a better chart for it, but this is one of the more bullish charts in crypto. There are tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies out there. Less than 90% of them, less than probably 95% of them that have been out for this amount of time or longer look as bullish as this, right? This is a testament right here. And you're holding support at previous all-time highs. Very bullish. Like to see it. You're in this accumulation phase. It's been a while. Yes, Mana's a sleeper. It hasn't been exciting. There's a lot of coins that don't mean anything. They're memes. They're brand new. You know, they're exciting, and they're getting a lot of growth. Yes, they are. Mana has its time. It'll have its time to shine. It definitely will. If we see the last cycle, look at how long it was accumulating for. It didn't break out until here, until August of 2020, right? And then really we didn't get the full strength of this move until January of 2021. If we reference Bitcoin for that same kind of time frame, August of 2020 was over here kind of consolidating but moving up nonetheless, right? Well away from its all-time lows, while Mana was still, or not all-time lows, bear cycle lows, while Mana was still very near its bear cycle lows. We were a solid ways away from there, right? Solid ways of growth. And then January 2021 for Mana, that's when we started going. Bitcoin had already started going by then, right? We were near the end of the bull cycle for that. But for Mana, we were just getting started. We saw a tremendous amount of growth in a very short amount of time, and that's something that I think we need to drive home here. From a low point to a high point, okay, that is a 420x essentially. It's a 419.6x, but let's call it a 420x just to keep it. It's more fun, and it's just easier to say. But that happened in the course of from March 2020 to December 2021. That was about what, a year, a little bit over a year and a half, right? Whereas BTC, assuming that the bull cycle is based off of BTC, it found its cycle low to its cycle high. That took from December of 2018 to November of 2021, 1922. That took 3 years, a year and a half versus 3 years, right? It moves up dramatically more in half the time, and it tends to be when that half the time is at the end of the cycle. I hope that makes sense. Mana being boring right now does not scare me. It doesn't worry me at all. Go lower. Let me buy you at cheaper prices. I do think that it's going to move up sooner than later. I think that, it's just a matter of time. But for right now, we're in this accumulation phase. Until we break out, we're going to be accumulating. And when we do break out, I do expect that we will see new all-time highs by the end of this cycle. The minimum expectation would be $14. The maximum expectation would be $42.25 based on the expected fib range. I do personally expect that we will see higher prices. I do think Mana will see and can see prices at or above $100 by the end of the cycle. What that would mean for the market cap, let's do that real quick, actually. Google, it's been a while since I've done this, but this is an in-depth video. Did I lose you guys? I hope you can hear me still. I swear my mic just cut out, but I really hope this video has not been on mute this whole time. That'd be so sad. Let's do 855.5. Let's just do that. 855.5. Now this is in millions, okay? This is in millions. So for every 1,000, sorry, 100, I guess millions. So for every 1,000, it's a billion. If Mana were to go to the $100 price that I'm thinking, let's put it like right, okay, 101, whatever. From the current price, That is a 221x. It's about half the growth that we saw last cycle, but that was from low to high. We're not necessarily at the low, but we're near. But 221x, 221x times 855 million. 221 gives us again, every 1,000 is a billion, would give us 189,000, so that would be $189 billion in a market cap valuation. Being that Mana has been around since 2017, being that it's one of the most bullish charts in crypto, hands down, you guys. I've been in crypto now since 2015, but I've been doing technical analysis like hardcore every single day since 2017, right? It's 2024. I've been doing this for a little bit over 7 years now, okay? I have not seen in crypto too many charts that look like this, that have existed this long or longer, right? Most of them don't. Most of them don't. There are plenty that do, right? That look like this or better, right? Dogecoin, Ethereum, BNB, Link, Matic, right? I don't know actually if those have been around as long, but relatively similar time frames. But there are plenty of coins. I'm not trying to belittle any coins that look good. There are plenty of coins that look good, just like Mana does, right? Most of them, though, don't, right? And what's great about Mana looking like one of the most bullish charts in all of crypto based on a cycle to cycle schedule, man, it's still below $1 billion. This is a coin that's vetted. It's been around. It's still being improved upon, right? It's active. It's not a dead project. A lot of people might say that it's forgotten about. It's a dead project. Man, there's interest in this thing. There absolutely is. There are celebrities and people with a lot of money who are personally invested and own land in Decentraland. Snoop Dogg himself owns some land in Decentraland. Not that that's a selling point, but I mean, I'm just saying. What was I saying? It's at less than $1 billion. The potential for growth is there. It's the OG metaverse coin. It's the OG metaverse coin. It's had the most exposure, the longest amount of time to develop and work on itself, right? Longer than Sandbox. People say Sandbox is better. I don't know, man. Like, is it better? I haven't used either of them. I actually do have a Decentraland account, but I've never used Decentraland. But this, to me, versus, I think it's the Sandbox, right? Right? I mean, just which one? This looks like Minecraft, or this looks like pretty solid graphics, right? And maybe Sandbox is easier to play because the graphics are, and look, Snoop Dogg's on Sandbox too. He's involved with both of them. But and I'm not trying to belittle Sandbox. I think Sandbox is great. I think that it'll do well as well. From what I know about it, is good. But I don't know, man. If it's a metaverse, if you're in the metaverse, would you rather have these graphics? If you've got your, let's say we're in the future, right? And you've got your headset on, your earpieces, you've got your little whatever controllers for you to move around in the metaverse. Would you rather be using these graphics or these graphics? And I mean, if the gameplay is great, graphics don't matter as much. But personally, I'd rather these graphics are better, right? Like I don't know. It's had more time to develop. I think it's slept on. Mana and Sandbox both, I think, will do well this cycle. I really do. But it has the potential. It's an OG coin with one of the most bullish charts in existence, and it has the potential to do a 200x from its current price this cycle. This cycle, right? We saw that kind of growth, okay, from a low, I'm going to delete everything real quick. From a low to a high in that amount of time there. If we were to take that same kind of idea just from the current price, not from the low, but from the current price, right? Okay, that's actually, that would be past what I expect for the bull cycle. So maybe not there, but nonetheless, we've already found our low, retrospectively, really speaking. That would put us, potentially in like early 2025, that we could find our high. I don't think that it's going to be as high as that, but maybe we could see just like how much it grew in a very short amount of time. Let's just see here, from like this week to this week here, or that month to that month, I should say. Whenever we start to break out, I mean, from the current month, that would put us at the end of 2025, and that's when I do expect the top of the crypto bull cycle. So we've got plenty of time to see stupendous growth, is all I'm trying to say, right? In that same amount of time that I have right here, we grew from a low to a high we did 129x, right? That's 129x. So not quite a 200x, but to be fair, we don't have to see a 200x this cycle. I am calling for a $100 price, but the odds of us going there probably aren't as good as the odds of us seeing a $42 price, which $42 from 46 cents, that's almost a 100x. That's still phenomenal at like a, maybe not a pessimistic outcome, but like a more realistic outcome. Realistic is a 90 something X. Like that, come on, man, that's awesome. That I don't think anybody would be upset about a 96X or a 90. I don't know what that X would be. That was just a random. I don't think it's a 96X. Maybe it is, but relative high to low here, we went all the way up to the 1886, just above it. If we take this cycle into consideration, the 1886 is right there at about $100. I just think $100 sounds right to me. A 100 to 200 billion dollar market cap for Mana sounds right to me. I think it deserves it, and I think it will get there. Looking at it on a weekly, on a monthly time frame, right? We're just in this accumulation zone. When it comes time to finally break out of it, I don't know. It'll be this week. It'll be next month. It'll be 2 months from now. I don't know when, but we will know that we're breaking out once we break above 81 cents. When we see the price finally break above 81 cents, that's how we know we're going there. Yes, we sold off recently, and yes, it's lower than this consolidation phase, but overall, it's a higher low. Overall, we're still in this accumulation range. I'm not worried about it. I think we're fine. And if we take our relative low here to our relative high, we actually found support right at the golden ratio. We just bounced right off the 618. Beautiful. The next the next line in the sand, I guess, would be at about 52 cents. We break above that. That's nice. But the real boss, the final boss that we need to beat is 81 cents. Let's see. It might be higher than that. Why did I say 81 cents? It might be higher than that, actually. 85, let's say 84 and a half cents, something like that. We break above that high. Oh, it's because I took the daily close. That's why. No, I'll stick with that. 81 cents. We break above 81 cents, then it's on. All we got to do is break above 81 cents, and then we are moving. And when we move, it's fast, man. So get it while it's cheap, get it while it's hot. Not financial advice, but this is probably going to be one of the top performers of the cycle. And what I love about it is it will likely perform later in the cycle better, right? Right now, it's not performing well compared to a lot of things early in the cycle, midway through the cycle, but later in the cycle it will, which means you can take your earnings, your profits from the things that have already done well, your meme coins that did 100x already, you can roll it over into this sleeping giant, this beautiful sleeping beauty that will likely just erupt phenomenally given like another year or so. But anyways, that's all I got for you guys. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. I do expect Mana to continue to grow. I think we've found our low, and I think we're just working our way up now. Again, when are we going to get the move that really matters? When we break above 81 cents on a weekly basis, that's what we're looking for. Until then, I suppose like 58, 55 cents, something like that. That's the more immediate target. Really, I should say actually 60 cents to 64 cents is the more immediate target. Anyways, take care. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.